They do, y'all. It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. I hope y'all staying wavy out there. Let's get it, man. Got some NBA basketball news for y'all. So I just got done watching Kyrie Irving's first press conference with his new team, the Dallas Mavericks. For those that don't know, Kyrie Irving was traded from the Brooklyn Nets after he requested a trade because he failed to reach an extension with the Brooklyn Nets. Before the start of the season, Kyrie and his agent tried to work out an extension with the Brooklyn Nets because Kyrie Irving did indeed want to stay with the Brooklyn Nets because he recruited Kevin Durant, who was one of the top three, some would say top five, but I say top three best players in the world of basketball, not just the NBA, but in the world of basketball. He wanted to sign an extension because KD already signed his extension. And Kyrie is the reason why Kevin Durant came to the Brooklyn Nets in the first place, because Kyrie recruited him. You know what I'm saying? So this was something that Kyrie really did want to get done. He said since he was a kid, he always wanted to play for the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I'm saying? Well, they weren't always the Brooklyn Nets. Before they were I think they were the New Jersey Nets, but they ultimately became the Brooklyn Nets. And Kyrie always wanted to play for the Nets. He recruited KD. And let's be honest, man, things have been a disaster since these two guys teamed up on the same team. Just so many things that don't even have to do with basketball has caused this team to not play much games together, mesh together, or really have any type of success together. I think they won one playoff series and that was it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, Kyrie Irving had a lot to say in his press conference, y'all. And he basically exposed the Brooklyn Nets owner, Joe Tsai, for basically leaking out personal business in the organization, specifically about Kyrie Irving since the first day he stepped onto the team. And what's surprising about that, y'all, is I think this is one of the first times we've seen a basketball player and the owner of a team that a basketball player is on in the NBA. This is one of the first times we've really seen an owner and a player that's signed to an owner really go at it and really have personal beef with each other. I can't really think of any other situation where the only other situation I could think of is the guy. I think it was Dan Gilbert, and I don't think Dan Gilbert was the owner. But the situation where LeBron left Cleveland, and I think it was the owner of Cleveland, had a lot of things to say about LeBron James leaving the Cavaliers. That was before he won his first championship with Miami. He had a lot of bad things to say about LeBron, but LeBron never really responded to it. And he actually came back to the team and won him a championship after the owner said those things about LeBron. But this situation with Kyrie and the Brooklyn Nets owner, it's personal, y'all. It's personal. And we already know that the owner of the Brooklyn Nets was leaking information. He was the one that started the whole Kyrie Irving anti-Semitism controversy, right? Kyrie Irving retweeted a movie that he watched on Amazon, and the Brooklyn Nets owner was the one that called out Kyrie Irving and basically accused him of being anti-Semitic. You understand what I'm saying? And he basically lit the fire, which basically caused, Kyrie to lose his deal with Nike. This Brooklyn Nets owner, Joe Tsai, he really hurt Kyrie's pockets, man. He caused Kyrie to lose his deal with Nike. He publicly humiliated Kyrie by making, he tried to force Kyrie to do all type of things to prove that he should be able to come back to the team after being suspended. And it wasn't until all the players in the NBA basically stood up for Kyrie, guys like Jaylen Brown and LeBron, they stood up for Kyrie. And that's when the owner ultimately said, all right, you know what? You don't got to do all that stuff. You can come back. You know what I'm saying? And all of this really started to me when Kyrie refused to get the jab. When Kyrie refused to get vaccinated, that's when the Brooklyn Nets owner, Joe Tsai, and the general manager, Sean Marks, they really didn't like Kyrie for that. And rightfully so, right? Because at the end of the day, that caused Kyrie to basically miss a majority of the season. And then when he did come back, he wasn't even able to play home games. He was only able to play away games, right? And it wasn't until the mayor of New York lifted the rules when Kyrie could actually come back and play home games, right? So last year was an ultimate disaster for the Brooklyn Nets. It was a disaster. A lot of people believe that's what caused James Harden to request a trade to the Philadelphia 76ers because he was expecting to play with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. And it was really just James Harden. And we all know James Harden wanted to play for Brooklyn because having two superstars like Kyrie and KD, it takes the pressure off of James Harden, right? James Harden hasn't really had any success in the playoffs at all in his career. You know what I'm saying? He did go to the finals with OKC, but that's when he was coming off the bench, right? So when he came to Brooklyn, he was expecting Kyrie to be a full-time player. So that caused James Harden to request a trade. And that's where all of this really started, man. So, they have a personal issue with Kyrie because he didn't get vaccinated. He's also missed a lot of games for personal reasons, right? The anti-Semitic comments. The Brooklyn Nets owner and the general manager, they don't like Kyrie Irving at all, right? And when Kyrie tried to, reach an extension a week ago, they basically told Kyrie, look, if we give you an extension, your contract is not fully guaranteed because we don't know if you're going to show up and play for us. We already, you know what I'm saying? We already, took a risk on you the first time we signed you. So this time we're going to put certain stipulations in your contract in order for you to get paid what you want to get paid. And if you're not willing to do that, then we're not going to pay you. So Kyrie did what any other real nigga would do. He requested a trade. He got up out of there. So, yeah, man, all of this news, like even when Kyrie first requested his trade, we heard so many leaks. Well, we didn't hear, but we saw so many leaks on Bleacher Report, Woj, all of those basketball insiders, man, was leaking a ton of news before Kyrie got traded. We heard things about the Lakers, we heard things about the Clippers, and we even heard reports that the Brooklyn Nets owner made a priority to trade Kyrie to any other team except for LA because he knows that's the team Kyrie wanted to go to. That was the first team Kyrie said he wanted to be traded to before the season started when they couldn't reach an extension. So he made a priority to say, look, we're not sending you to LA. We're going to send you where we want to send. We want to send you to a team we know you don't want to go to. That's why Kyrie's on the Dallas Mavericks, man. And that's the thing. I don't think anybody expected Kyrie Irving to end up on the Dallas Mavericks. But now we know that he's on the Dallas Mavericks because, the owner did that on purpose. He didn't want Kyrie on any team that he thinks Kyrie would enjoy being on. You know what I'm saying? So, this guy, the Brooklyn Nets owner, man, he really went out of his way to diminish Kyrie Irving's value when it comes to being in the NBA. And I think going forward, man, I think a lot of teams are going to be scared to sign Kyrie to a long-term contract. I don't think teams are going to be because Kyrie is so talented, I think any team would be willing to sign Kyrie for at least 2 years, right? But as far as an extension, as far as signing Kyrie for 3 to 4 years, I don't think there's a lot of teams out there that's willing to take that gamble because of his history. You understand what I'm saying? He said he was going to sign back with Boston. He didn't go back to Boston. Went to Brooklyn, missed games for personal reasons, didn't get vaccinated, all type of stuff. He also had injury problems. And now Kyrie Irving is on he's on his fourth team now. You know what I'm saying? So it's looking at those situations, man. I'm just shocked, man. I want to know what y'all think about, the Brooklyn Nets owner basically purposefully leaking information about his own player on his team due to personal dislike, man. What do y'all think about that, man? Leave a comment, man. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out. Let's get it.